Did you know that narcissistic relationships affect millions of people worldwide, leaving a trail of emotional turmoil and confusion in their wake? If you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, or a suspect you might be in one, you're in the right place. We will break down the warning signs you need to watch out for. Narcissistic relationships can be tricky and abusive. It's crucial to spot these red flags early to protect yourself and your well-being. So let's dive in and explore these warning signs together. 1. Narcissists love bomb you to control you. Love bombing is when someone showers you with lots of love and attention right at the start of a relationship. It might seem sweet, but it can be a red flag. Experts say that narcissists often do this to gain control over their partner. They use all these affectionate texts, compliments, and gifts to make you feel special and loved. They're trying to hook you in. Psychologists believe this is a tactic to keep you close and make you dependent on them. So if your partner is coming on strong with all the affection and gifts from the beginning, it's essential to be cautious. Sometimes it's a sign of a narcissistic relationship. It's crucial to watch for other warning signs too. 2. Conversation centers around the narcissist. One of the early warning signs of a narcissistic relationship is when the conversation always seems to revolve around the narcissist. They rarely show interest in your thoughts, feelings, or experiences. According to psychologist Dr. Ramani Durvasula, narcissists often have an excessive need for admiration and validation. That's why they usually steer the conversation toward themselves. They might dismiss your concerns or ignore your words. As a result, you feel unimportant in the relationship. This self-centered focus is a key indicator that something might be off. Additionally, narcissists tend to prioritize material possessions and often use these symbols of success to bolster their self-esteem. So it's a red flag if you find that most of your interactions with your partner focus on discussing possessions or their accomplishments. Healthy relationships involve balanced conversations where both parties share and listen. They should build a connection based on mutual respect and understanding. 3. Narcissists are impolite to people who they think are inferior. One of the early warning signs of a narcissistic relationship is when you notice that your partner tends to be impolite to people they believe are inferior to them. You might observe it in your partner if they frequently express annoyance or anger towards service staff, like a wait person, for minor issues. This kind of behavior can indicate a sense of superiority and a lack of empathy, which are common traits in narcissists. Furthermore, it's essential to remember that these actions extend to how they treat you as well. If they enjoy making the wait person or other individuals feel uncomfortable, it could be a red flag. It shows they lack genuine concern for the feelings of others, including yours. 4. Narcissists are sensitive to negative feedback. One big red flag in narcissistic relationships is how your partner handles negative feedback. Narcissists tend to be highly sensitive to criticism or comments that don't paint them positively. They often react with defensiveness, anger, or even denial when you confront them with concerns, flaws, or mistakes. As psychologist Dr. Craig Malkin puts it, narcissists have fragile egos and a deep need for admiration. So when you point out their faults, it's like a personal attack on them. This sensitivity to negative feedback can be a key indicator of narcissism, because healthy relationships thrive on open communication. Both partners should have the ability to address issues constructively. When one party can't handle criticism and constantly seeks admiration and validation, it can lead to a toxic and one-sided dynamic. 5. Narcissists avoid getting vulnerable. A key indicator of a narcissistic relationship is when your partner avoids vulnerability. Instead, they showcase their achievements while sidestepping personal or emotional conversations. This behavior stems from their fear of exposing vulnerabilities. It causes them to shy away from emotional intimacy because it makes them feel weak and exposed. In contrast, they often pressure you to share your thoughts and emotions. This imbalance suggests an issue in the relationship. Healthy relationships require mutual openness and vulnerability. It's advisable to engage in a conversation to gain insight into their perspective. Strive for a more balanced and fulfilling connection. 6. Narcissists consistently lie about little or big things. One red flag in narcissistic relationships is when a person lies about stuff, whether big or small. It is a warning sign to watch out for because it shows they might not be trustworthy. Psychologist Dr. Ramani Durvasula says that narcissists often use lies and manipulation to control their partners. For instance, if they say they're not in touch with their ex, but you catch them answering a call from them during your date, that's a sign something might be off. This kind of dishonesty is common in narcissistic relationships. It can lead to much hurt and confusion for the other person involved. 7. Narcissists struggle with anger management. One of the key red flags to watch out for in narcissistic relationships is that your partner is pretty easy to trigger. They can get upset or angry over little things. They want things to go their way. And if not, they may throw tantrums. It's like walking on eggshells around them because you never know what might set them off. So, it could be a sign of narcissistic tendencies if you notice your partner is quick to anger and has unpredictable emotions. It's important to consider this red flag as it may lead to an unhealthy and unstable dynamic. 8. Narcissists don't take responsibility for their actions. One of the big red flags in narcissistic relationships is when the person you're dealing with doesn't take responsibility for their actions. They won't admit when they're wrong or apologize for their mistakes. According to psychologists, this behavior can stem from narcissistic personality traits. Narcissists often have an inflated sense of self-importance and believe they can do no wrong. They'll find ways to shift the blame onto others instead of owning up to their behavior. In a healthy relationship, both partners must take responsibility for their actions and work through issues together. When someone consistently avoids responsibility, it can lead to frustration and conflict. If your partner always avoids owning up to their faults, it's worth considering whether the relationship is a healthy one. 9. Narcissists control your life choices. A significant warning sign in narcissistic relationships is when your partner begins exerting control over your life choices. They dictate your actions and influence your social circle. This manipulation serves the narcissist's desire for power and dominance. They want you to be dependent on them. They aim to centralize your life around themselves, which can lead to isolation and a loss of your identity. It can harm your mental and emotional well-being in the long run. So you might be in a narcissistic relationship if your partner is attempting to take charge of your decisions and disregarding your choices. 10. Narcissists isolate you from loved ones and even career opportunities. Narcissists employ manipulation tactics to isolate you from loved ones and hinder your career growth, all to maintain control. They subtly instill guilt for spending time with friends and family. They may also create conflicts and spread lies to make you reliant on them. This isolation concentrates your attention on their needs. It amplifies their power over you. Moreover, they may obstruct your career development by undermining job opportunities. They may cause workplace drama or discourage your pursuit of goals. It's vital to preserve your support system and resist manipulation to sever those connections. In this insightful journey, we've explored the 10 red flags and early warning signs of narcissistic relationships, providing you with valuable tools to safeguard your well-being. Now it's your turn. Have you recognized any of these signs in your past or current relationships? What steps will you take to protect yourself? Remember, healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect, openness, and shared responsibility. Your well-being is worth it, and the power to create positive change starts with you.